that you are the chairman of your community. Was the title given to you by the late Alaafin?
No. The proper nomenclature is, the proper name is Oyo Metropolitan Community. Mainly to initiate development projects within Oyo Metropolis. And Oyo Metropolis is composed of 4 distinct local governments: Afigio, Atiba, Oyo East, and Oyo West. That's our jurisdiction. That's the area the law of this land permits that association to operate within. And that's where we have been operating in the last 12 years or so. Primarily to initiate, execute, and monitor development projects. Thank God, the idea for that movement originated from within the premises of Akwewo Villa here.
Okay.
And we rallied the local government chairman of the area at that time. We rallied community leaders. So our trustees for Oyo Metro Development Association were drawn from Afigio, from Atiba, from Oyo East, and from Oyo West local government. But it was the people that appointed me as chairman. It was not the Alaafin. It was after we had formed the organization that we introduced ourselves to the king and to the Oyomesi, so that they would be aware that we are out there to help them, to assist them in helping the development activities of our area. And my own concern is that Oyo has always been one community. So regardless of the fact that for administrative convenience, we have Afigio, Oyo East, Oyo West, and Atiba, we are still one single, united, progressive community. And that's our objective. And thank God, there may be misunderstandings here and there, but basically we are still one community. In fact, I can tell you, we have a project going on to which all our 4 local governments were committed, because the end result of it is going to benefit everybody, whether you live in the city or you live in the village. And all the 4 local governments are contributing from their statutory funds to that project. And that's my desire. That's the kind of thing I have ever always lived for, getting all of Oyo working as one family. So yes, I am still the chairman of the Oyo Metropolitan Development Association, which, if you like, you can say Oyo Metro Community.
Sir, in what way you have united the people of Oyo together? And can you tell us the name of Oyo individuals that have contributed to the development of Oyo?
There are many.
Okay.
And I must tell you that every citizen in Oyo Metro has contributed one way or the other to the development of this metro community. So when you begin now to mention names, you are bound to leave some people out. But I know that anybody who has a name worth mentioning in this community within the 4 local governments, each one of them has contributed immeasurably to the development. Anybody who has built a house, for example, in this community has helped our development. Anybody who has dug a well in this community, I'm sure will not be drinking it all by himself. They will share a bit of it with their neighbors, and they are helping our development. Anybody who has ensured that the road passing in the front of his house is patched when there are bumps and holes is helping our community. But when you are talking of eminent citizens who have made significant contributions, then you cannot leave out some of our children who have held political offices. Because we know that the political office can be used to the public advantage when our people in politics remember their roots and they are willing to contribute to our development. So you find that a number of development projects have been brought in to Oyo Metro area by our children who are holding political offices. You will discover that all those who have been chairmen of local governments in Oyo Metro, they have been major contributors to our development, one way or the other, in their own various capacities. Our House of Assembly legislators, those who have been ministers, those who have held offices as commissioners, even those who have held offices as secretary to the government, who have been permanent secretaries, and a lot of the industrialists in this area, they have made contributions to improve our lot. And there are some who are just pure philanthropists. I can mention President Oyo Alaafin, for example, just to take one, that from the four corners of this metro area, he is known to be kind-hearted, is known to be a caring person, is known to love Oyo to a fault, and that he will do anything, even go hungry himself, if any Oyo person will starve after he had met them. And there are many people like that who have made their own contributions to the development of this community. And you can't rule out the Oba himself, that's the Alaafin, and all other Obas within Oyo area who are manning the peace and prosperity of their people in their various domains and ensuring that people are moving forward. So, but you know, to start, there's a long list, and I better not bore you by going through that. But those who are helping this community know themselves, and those who are only helping themselves, looking for what they can gain from the community rather than what they can give, they know themselves. Metro Development Association, as you will see from our logo, we are for initiating, executing, and monitoring development projects. So we motivate the people. We hold meetings from time to time with the community, groups, associations, farmers group, market women, everybody, professionals. We bring them together from time to time to share concerns of which area do we need help, and who among you know who to talk to, who can help us to get this and that. Recently, about 2 years ago, he came to us at Oyo Metro that we should apply for a mopole squadron for Oyo Metro to cover our 4 local government. And we are so close to Ogbomoso, which is also a border town going to the north. And of course, we have our Okyogun axis. We brainstormed about those kind of needs for security, at least to tighten it more, and decided to write an application in the name of Oyo Metropolitan Development Association to the presidency for a mopole squadron for this area. Fortunately or unfortunately, at the very same time, or around about the same time, the governor of Oyo State also had applied for a mopole squadron for Oyo State to be posted in Okyogun. The presidency, because the Kabiyesi had to endorse our application, and with his clout at the presidency, the application scaled through. But then when the approval came, there was this confusion, and because the governor also himself had applied through some other official agencies, there was this confusion, and eventually we decided to step down our own application so that the preeminence will be given to the government of our state. But the governor has promised that Oyo will also have a Mopo squadron of his own, and so on. These were basically part of the issues we discussed at our community forum, our community meeting, our consultations with the people, the chiefs, the baales, the traditional rulers, and the common people of this metro community. And once we have resolved, they leave the execution to us, and the monitoring we do together. And that's the way we've been operating up to date.
Well done, sir. Thank you, sir. How developed is Oyo town when compared with others?
Well, they say comparison is odious. We consider that Oyo has moved from Oyo of 10 years ago. I mean, I personally can testify that when I came home on voluntary retirement in 2005 and decided to settle in Oyo, among other choices I had, because I was given facilities in Ibadan and in Ilesha for retirement. But I said, I'm going to Oyo. And since coming back in 2005, I have seen a lot of development, both infrastructural, both socially, both economically within Oyo metropolis. If anybody knew Oyo 15, 20 years ago and how wide it was, then you go and look at Oyo today. I had to go to the expressway to Ogbomoso, and you cannot count the millions of new estates, housing estates in Oyo, so that anybody living within the city, within the inner city, will assume that's all of Oyo. So you need to take a ride, either on Okada or get a car, and drive around, and you will discover Oyo is an entirely new place that you don't even recognize unless you are doing a daily round of visiting all the nooks and corners of the city. So, infrastructurally, socially, culturally, economically, Oyo is making progress. But then, if you now compare with places like Ibadan or Abeokuta, then, or Lagos, then you are likely to say we still have a long way to go. And we truly do, but at least we are not standing still. We are moving. And we know by and by, particularly with the efforts that Oyo Metro is still making to stabilize our electricity supply within Oyo Metropolis. I'm sure with the success of that project, which I hope I'll be able to speak about a little more later on, you will see more industries, at least small-scale industries, rising up in Oyo. I hold regular meetings with the Association of Small-Scale Industrialists in Oyo because they are monitoring what we are doing. And I'm impressed that their membership is increasing because more and more of our indigents are able now to start their own small-scale businesses. And I assure you, in the next 2-3 years, when the project in Oluewu village is completed and our 132 kV transmission station becomes operational, here, Oyo will move faster than you can imagine, and I'm sure catch up with those who you now assume are ahead of us.